Yes, Monica, I think we can start with the session now.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So children, let me quickly tell you about the flow of the session. So first of all, you will get to know your mentor. Then you'll see a short informative PPT wherein if you want, you can note down the details which are relevant to you. And then it will be followed by a virtual tour of the dashboard so that you have an idea how to access the dashboard of Olympiad Success. And then if you have any doubt, you can ask that and get the answer then and there. And then the actual demo will start, okay? So as you're already aware that communication skill is a very, very important and crucial skill in today's competitive world, right? So not only speaking skills, but writing skills are equally important. Like if you want to excel in your academics, in your studies, then you have to ensure that your writing skills are also up to the mark, right? And there is no magic wand that can overnight improve your writing skills or your communication skills, your speaking skills. So you need to practice those with a lot of patience, a lot of conscious efforts in just the right direction under the able guidance of, a good mentor. And with those, all those factors are present here. So you will experience this in this demo. And as Sir has already told you that just for this demo, the settings will be that you all will be on mute. But this is just for today. In your regular sessions, in your upcoming sessions, you all will be able to freely interact with your mentor. So that translates to you asking all your queries, all your doubts, all your curiosities, everything will be quenched right here, okay, in the class. So I hope this makes sense to you all and you understand the importance of mutual effort from both the sides, right? It is from your side also, from our side also, from your parents' side also. So it's a joint effort and it needs time. It takes time. Okay. So keep this thing in mind. All right. So now let me tell you that we have with us Sri Lakshmi ma'am. She's a communication skill expert. She's a wonderful person, wonderful mentor. She loves to interact with kids like you. Her sessions are fun-filled, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy every session with her. So I'll not speak much. I'll request Sri Lakshmi ma'am. All over to you, ma'am. Please introduce yourself and the course to the kids.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So good evening, all of you. My name is Sri Lakshmi. I hail from Kerala. I have done my master's in English from Central University of Rajasthan, and thereafter I have been involved in teaching. So I'll be taking this course entitled Skill or Write. And now let me tell you that this course is structured or catered to suit your requirements so that the both aspects of writing, your academic as well as creative writing, is blended in this course. So herein you would get to learn to write about a lot of things, starting from, let's say, essay writing to writing a short story or novella. So this course will help you to have an edge in writing over the others. And I'll be there to help you and guide you through all out, okay, during this entire session. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, children, allow me to share my screen for a short informative PPT. And you can note down in case you want to note down anything that you feel is worth noting. So I hope my screen is visible to all. Okay, a very warm welcome to each one of you to the demo and interaction program for classes 3 to 5, Skill or Write, batch 1. As you're already aware that Olympiad Success is India's largest online preparation platform for Olympiad exams. Olympiad Success Live is India's first exclusive live classes for Olympiad's preparation. School Plus by Olympiad Success is one of its own kind of annual program that includes 8 courses, which include mathematics, English, science, logical reasoning, communication, spoken and written, Vedic math, and coding. So here you can get one-on-one online CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, and IB classes for grades 2 to 12 one-on-one preparation classes for international mathematics Olympiads like SASMO, CMO, HKIMO, TIMO, Math Counts, US Common Core Math Competition, Math Kangaroo, and PRMO. So you can meet our international rank holders on the screen for the year 2022-23 and for the year 2021-22. These are all kids like you, but they have distinguished themselves. So now in academic writing, it is all about facts, but creative writing is not the same. You see, it is an art wherein you have to put your efforts into articulating, into putting your thoughts into words that, you know, can express and impress others. It expresses your thoughts and it impresses others. So Skillowrite is all about this. It helps you to groom into a better person, into a more expressive person, into a more innovative, creative, and imaginative person. So after the completion of the course, you'll also get a digital certificate, you know, with a customized, special customized note written about a short note about your writing skills. How did you do in the course? About that. So the course content of this course would be writing biographies, writing narratives, advertisements, movie reviews, book reviews, email writing, letter writing, report writing, analyzing things, short story writing. There are several things. This is just, you know, a very short glimpse. There is more to the list. There's a lot of things that you will learn in this course. And during the course, you'll discover that this can be very useful to you. Okay, now the classes will be group sessions with around 15 students delivered through Zoom by seasoned tutors who have significant teaching experience. You've already met your mentor, Sri Lakshmi ma'am. So you get 3 sessions per week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 p.m. till 9:15 with 5 minutes of break in between. And syllabus is available at this particular link. And, fees can be paid at this particular link. The fees is 6,510 rupees and it is going to be a 25 session course. All that you require for these classes is a laptop or a desktop with good internet speed, with camera. For those whose camera are not working, they can please get it repaired because we do not allow students without video in the class. Headphones for better audio clarity. So as you're already aware that preparation for Olympiad exams is slightly tougher than your regular school curriculum. And for creative writing, you need a lot of thoughtful practice, conscious efforts, you know. So you need to spend some time extra daily so that you can cope up with the course. And of course, parental support is required to monitor progress, okay? So as you're already aware that in 2022-23 Olympiad Success had students from more than 3,850 schools across India and abroad, hailing from 35 plus countries. Now the live classes for this particular batch begins from 14th of June, Wednesday, 2023. So I hope you've noted down the details that were relevant to you. Now I would request Rajan sir to take you through a virtual tour wherein you can get the glimpse of how the reading material would be that you are getting, what assignments you will get. So in each and every class, you will we'll take up a concept. We'll discuss the technicalities related to that concept. Say, for example, if it is it is letter writing or email writing. So what kind of what is email writing? How to go about it? What are the parts of the email? How to deal with it, and various types. So what is correct? What is not correct? So various formats, various kinds of emails that you can write. The entire session would give you insight into email writing. This is just an example, okay? I'm just trying to make you understand. Then you'll not only get the insight into technicalities related to it, you'll also get good exposure into that by, we'll give you decent practices related to that concept, related to that topic. And then it will be followed by a home assignment. So you will be you'll be expected to write something related to that session. You'll be given a home task and then you will have to submit that task. That task will be mentored, and it will be examined by your mentor, and you will get customized feedback on that. You'll get personal feedback on that, how to improve upon your weaknesses, what went good, what went wrong. You'll get that detailed feedback, and you'll get reading material also. So all these details will be shown to you by Rajan sir. So all over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Before showing you that, so Riyansh, this is actually not for grade 3-5. This is for grade 6 to 8. For grade 3 to 5, the demo is on 10th on Saturday. Okay. If you're in grade 3 or like between grade 3 to grade 5, you can join on 10th. Still, if you want to attend this demo, no issue with it. Okay. Let me share my screen, students. So I hope my screen is visible. So this is the website of Olympiad Success. I'm just showing you how you can access the content. So once you enroll with us, we will share the credentials with you. And with that particular credentials, you can log in to access the content. For now, I'm just logging with my credentials. So this is the student profile and all the content you will find here in the live classes. What you need to do, you need to select a subject. So in our case, it is Kilorite. And here you can select a topic. So when you open the document, you can find the reading material. So this is the reading material. Okay. And at the end, you will find the link for home assignment. Okay. You need to click on this and you need to submit your assignment. So after each and every class, what you need to do, you need to go to the reading material. Okay. And you need to like submit your assignment here. So other than that, you can also check schedule here, like in which session, which topic we are going to cover. Let me show you. So these are the topics we are going to cover in each and every session. And at the end, you need to like submit all the assignments. Then only we will give you the certificate that yes, you have completed this course with us. Other than that, students, you can also check the holiday calendar here, like on which holidays you don't have the classes. And here your meeting ID and password will display to join the classes. So this is all about this dashboard, students. Now, if anyone have any doubt or query, you can ask us in the chat box. Do anyone have any doubt or query?
I'm sure questions must be cropping up in your mind. Please feel free to ask them. We'll be happy to answer. Anything that you want to ask that is coming to your mind. Don't keep it to yourself. Will there be essay practice too? Yes, there will be essay practice. There will be detailed essay practice. So when I say detailed essay practice, what I mean is the various type of essays that are there, like expository, narratives, descriptive, and so on. So whatever kind of essays there are, so everything will be, there will be a session related to particular type of essay. So essay writing will be dealt in detail because that is an important part of academic writing also in CBSE. So it is a very integral part of this course. In case we miss the sessions, will they be recorded and sent to us? Vedant is asking. So yes, you'll get the recordings. Recordings will be on your dashboard login. So once you register with us, you will get the login details, and then you can log in into the dashboard. So we suggest not missing the sessions because this is experiential learning. Experiential learning means you learn by experiencing, by being in the session. You learn because you participate in the session. You become a part of it and you learn along with other children through your mentor. So it is experiential learning. You experience, you learn. The more you practice, the better you become at it. If you are avoiding it, you are missing it out. That is not what we really encourage. But in case there is some emergency, it is unavoidable and you miss, you get the recordings. Yes. Is it, Rajan sir? Am I right?
Yes, ma'am. They will get the recordings.
So Pratik, please do not raise your hand, type in the chat box because just for the demo session, you all are on mute. But in your regular upcoming sessions, you all will be free to ask questions. In fact, we really encourage questions. So please, just for today, type in the chat box, whatever is your query, we'll be happy to answer. Don't raise hand, type. In your classes, you can directly ask. You can unmute yourself and ask in the classes. So Riyansh is asking, will we get materials on the same and practice on essay writing? So as I've already told you, you get reading material, home assignment, everything related to that particular session, to that particular topic. After the session is over, you can go to the dashboard, access your reading material, and in that reading material, you will also get your home task assignment. You can do that, and then you can upload it, and your mentor will see it. And after examining your writing, she will give you a personalized, customized feedback on how to improve things. And then this is how it is going to be. So date of UIMO exam, Pratik is asking.
Ma'am, I like to add one thing. So students, as you're asking particularly about essay topic, what you can do, I'm sharing the links again. There is a syllabus for this course. You can check the syllabus, okay? You can check the syllabus, like what are the topics we are going to cover. And
So let me add one line to what Rajan sir has said. While you are checking the syllabus, please keep in mind that not all essay writing will have the word essay added to it, but then you will have to apply your brains to think. You know, when expose, so we have, you know, really nice names, like fancy names. So you have to understand when I'm saying exposure to expositions, that means expository essays. So that is how it is. You'll find everything related to essays. All types of essays are covered. Don't worry. Yes, Rajan sir, please carry on.
Avni is asking like, will we practice writing specially or in form of an activity?
So it will be both. So what? When you are writing through an activity or you are writing directly, both will be done.
Pratik is asking
Okay.
for date of UIMO exam that you can check on the website of this particular Olympiad exam, okay?
Anahita is asking, will there be private classes or group classes? So I've already told you in the PPT that these classes are going to be group classes.
Could you repeat
With
the
batch
days we
size.
would have classes?
Yeah.
Can anyone share? Students, you can share the days. Do anyone remember the days of the classes? You can write in the chat box. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yes. Yes, the days are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Correct. Okay. Any other questions, students? Pratik, you are raising your hand. If you have any query, you can write in the chat box. Or if everything is clear, you can like put your hand down. What would the first day of class like on which date? So I think Monica have already shared in a presentation. We are going to start the classes from 14th of June. That is next coming Wednesday.
Riti, I hope this answers your question. 14th of June, 2023.
Any other query, students?
Anything that is coming to your mind you would like to ask? Is this class specifically for creative writing or English as a whole?
It is for creative writing.
So this class is for creative writing. So Skillo Write.
Correct.
Devoted to grades 6 to 8, 6, 7, 8. Sixth graders, seventh graders, eighth graders who want to improve upon their creative writing skills should join this course. For English, we have other batches.
Any
So if
other
you want
doubt or
to-
query, students? Is this related to any board format or general? No, it is not actually. It is not related to any particular board. Still, do anyone have any doubt or query? You can write in the
So,
chat box.
Thanya, Shivani, what you are exactly trying to ask for maths? So I think Rajan sir has already answered. So it is not related to any board, but it is definitely going to help in whichever board you are, in whichever board your school is affiliated to. It will help you in your life. You know, it is a life skill, communication, writing. So writing skills. Has the math Olympiad classes started?
Riyansh, we are asking about the doubts related to this course, not mathematics Olympiad. What you can do, I'm posting the links again. There is a WhatsApp number at the top. You can message on that number and someone from our team will help you regarding that. Okay. I posted in the chat box. You can copy the number and you can message on that. When will the class start? I think we can start with the class. So in case if do anyone have any query or doubt, you can post in the chat box, or let's do one thing. I'm posting the links again. There is a WhatsApp number. What you can do, you can copy the number and you can like ask on that particular number and someone from our team will help you. I think we can start with the session. Are the courses for
Is
the
asking, are
Olympiad?
there courses for other Olympiads?
Yes, definitely there are courses for other Olympiads. So before your message, the links I've shared, there's a link for all batch details. You can copy that link and you can check on that. Okay. Okay, students, let's start the classes. Okay, in case if anyone have any doubt related to Olympiad classes or any other subject, what you can do, you can message on the WhatsApp number I've shared with you and someone from our team will help you regarding that. Okay. So let's start with the session. So over to you, Sri Lakshmi ma'am.
Thank you, sir. All right, so let's begin anyway. So we'll just proceed with the topic. So the topic for today is exposure to exposition. I hope you are able to see the screen. So it is titled Exposure to Exposition. So this is a topic which is related to essay. Okay, so we'll start from the basics. Exposure to exposition. So in this particular topic, you will be introduced to the mode of writing called exposition. So now let's see what expositions are. So exposition, the word per se, relates to something that is descriptive in nature or very elaborate in nature. Therefore, expository essays are those writings which ask you to write on a detailed format. Now, let's have a look at the objective of this session. By the end of this session, you'll be able to write any kind of expository writing with confidence on any given topic. Now, let me tell you at the onset that essay writing or descriptive writing in general tends to be a tedious task. But however, there are ways to simplify it. And once you follow the method and the contents of this particular class, you'll be able to mold your writings in a much better way. You know that for any piece of writing, it requires you to write at length. It requires you to churn out words. It requires you to put sentences in a structured format. So what all those details are, we'll see in this particular talk. Now, what is meant by expository essay? So we have a definition given over here, and I read, expository essay is any piece of informational writing that explains a particular topic. The writer assumes that the reader has no prior knowledge about the topic. So there are two main points given over here. So the first point states that it is a piece of writing that can convey some kind of information about any particular topic. Okay, so it needs to be written in a detailed and elaborate manner so that some idea is given to the reader. Now, the second point tells you that you are assuming that the reader doesn't really have any prior knowledge about the topic. So therefore, you are under the impression that the person does not have any particular idea and you are writing it afresh. Okay, so the reader does not really have any prior idea, and that is an assumption made by the writer. Now moving forward, this is the structure. So this basically tells you the crux of any piece of expository writing. So the structure is divided into three parts, as is the case with any piece of writing. It begins with an introduction, proceeds to the body, and then ends with a conclusion. So there are some words given related to each of these three. So we'll have a look at them right now. So the first one beginning with an intro. So introduction is the first part of any piece of writing, and an introduction is where you would actually reveal the title to the reader. So now, how would you begin your introduction? You can begin by using a hook. So hook basically means that anything that can grab or catch the attention of the reader. So that's the hook. And again,
Sri Lakshmi ma'am, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Students are saying voice is not coming. So voice is coming, but it is coming a little bit low.
all right. Let me
Yeah.
just. Is it fine now? Is it audible? Could any of
Is
you
it
please
audible, students? Can you show a thumbs up?
No. I
Okay,
think it is. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
it is better.
Okay. All right. So we were at using a hook. So hook basically means anything that can grip the attention of the reader. So a hook could be anything ranging from a particular quote that comes to your mind, or it could be any anecdote. By anecdote, I mean any personal story or any of your own personal experience. So that can be cited at the beginning of the essay to draw or grab the attention of the reader. Now, the second thing is thesis statement. So this I will describe in the coming slides because we have written about it in detail, and this is one thing that you really need to follow. And now the third part of your introduction would focus on the context. So context is basically any idea about the topic. So let's, for instance, take up this idea that I'm giving you a topic to write on, and that is, let's say, a social media, the uses it has and the banes on one hand. So there would be two views to it, right? One side who would be you would be writing about the benefits associated with it, and on the other side you would cite the problems that social media is creating. So you'll have both the sides. So if that is given as the topic, you can begin by citing either a quote or let's say any of your personal experience. And then you can come to a thesis statement and then you can put the context that so and so topic is given and that's why you're writing about it. Now proceeding forward, you have the body. And the body is the lengthiest part of the essay as well as it needs to be the most comprehensive. Now, in body, you need to be specifically alert to the fact that you should be presenting some facts to the reader. So this will be in the form of some evidences. So those evidences are termed by a name and those we call as supporting evidences. Okay, so we should ideally have not one, not two, but three supporting evidences. So the first supporting evidence could be any data or any news that you have read in papers. So that could be one. Now supporting evidence number two can be again anything related to a fact, an incident or anything that can come to your mind related to the particular topic. And supporting number three evidence would also amount to the same in the sense that it should connect and support the first statement that you made in the intro. Now, again, let's take the case of the social media, the banes and boons. In such cases, if you are, favoring it in your essay, you can cite the supporting evidence number one as how are you like equipped to use it, and what are the benefits that you have drawn out of social media. Let's say that it imparts a lot of information, and you are able to gauge a lot of learning from social media. So that is supporting evidence number one. Now, the second could be, let's say you differ on this point, that you also agree that there are many scams, there are many financial frauds being committed on such platforms. So that can be a supporting evidence too. Now, for the three, if you are against it or supporting it, you can take up any of the idea and put it in the third position. So that's how you deal with the supporting evidences. And now finally, we'll be concluding it with a conclusion. Now, a conclusion simply means that you're winding up your essay, and therefore it needs to have some relevant information, but again, you need not bring in anything new. So, therefore, you should just leave a thought for the reader to think on, so that a thought might be lingering in their brains even after when they have finished reading the essay. And again, don't bring anything new in the conclusion. It just needs to be factual and it just needs to summarize what and all have you written till now. So that's how we conclude. So this is the structure of an expository essay. Now, proceeding forward, I told you that there is something called a thesis statement, which was discussed in the introduction, right? I hope you saw it here. In the intro, we have something called a thesis statement. So this is what we are coming to in this slide. So a thesis statement basically states the purpose of the essay. So basically there would be a point, right? There would be a purpose for writing, and that purpose would be served by a thesis statement. So there are ways of writing it, and it should have some relevant information. So the first information that it should contain is the topic of the essay. Let's again go back to our topic, which I am assuming you're familiar with now, that is social media boons and banes. So in such case, the topic of the essay would be put in the thesis statement that this is the topic which you are going to write or elucidate on. Now that would be followed by the writer's position or approach to the topic. Now, when I say writer's position or approach, I basically mean that you would definitely have a stand. There are two ways to it. Either you can be against it or you can be in tune with it, on favoring terms with it. So whichever is the position that you are taking, you can take one of those positions and then write about it. Assume for a moment that in the same topic of social media boon and bane, you are taking the position of someone who considers it to be very boon to you. In such case, you would be favoring it, and that will be your stance. Now, another component of a thesis statement is the main ideas that will develop and support the writer's position. So now once your stance is clear, you should now elaborate on the main idea that will be following. So these you have to mention in the intro straight away. Okay. So you have to mention the purpose, first thing. You have to take your position, and then finally you need to write about the idea that supports your view. So the main ideas that will develop the writer's position will be given in short in thesis statement. And I hope this part is clear. Now, moving forward, there are some tips given on the screen to excel at expository essays. So there are two tips. So tip number 1 tells you, do not include any new information in the conclusion. This thing I already mentioned, that when you are writing your conclusion, it needs to be brief and compact. You need not elaborate much on the conclusionary part. Elaboration is best required at the body level of an essay. So in the conclusion, you just have to wrap it up, and you just need to summarize what and all you have written in the intro and the body. So any new idea that you want to bring into the essay should be written only at the body and not in the conclusion. Now, the next tip to excel at an expository essay is brainstorm the main idea thoroughly. Now, brainstorming involves you to think, and not just think, but really think out of the box. So for that, you can do some research. You can think as much as your imagination would run wild, and then grab ideas and then bring them into the form of words and then write them down. So that's how you brainstorm the main idea. Main idea would of course mean the topic. So research on that idea, think on that idea for a while, and then you would get ample ideas. All right. Okay, now how to write expository essays. So the first case is choosing your topic. So this means that the topic would be given actually. So this is not a thing that you should ideally be doing, because the topic would already be given to you. In such cases wherein you are supposed to write an expository essay on your own on any given topic, it's then that you need to be cautious of choosing a topic. But in this case, the topic for the particular essay you're going to write would be given. The second is research and plan. Now, when I say research and plan, it means that you need to have some idea about the topic. So, if you are given time, you can research on that by using any form of research method that you would want, and then you should have a plan in mind. Let's say if I give you this topic of social media, bane and boon, you can research using some data or some value, or let's say some chart or whatever you feel like, and then draw the information out from there. But that doesn't really mean you're copying something entirely from, let's say, another site and bringing it. That's plagiarism. So please don't resort to doing it. It should be your own authentic piece of writing, and then only it will be evaluated. Now, the third tip is to create an outline. Now, before you start with, let's say, any piece of writing, it's best to have an outline or a layout in your mind. So this will give you that what ideas are you going to incorporate in the intro, in the beginning, and how are you going to conclude the essay and all those facts. So please make sure that you give an outline when you conclude. Now, the fourth step is reviewing and polishing. Now, by reviewing means you review it thoroughly to spot any errors. Let's say that when you write, there might be chances that you might make some careless mistakes. It could be in the form of some spelling errors, or let's say some grammatical errors, some errors related to sentence structure, punctuation. So all those will be taken into account and that will be reviewed. So in our classes, when you submit a piece of writing, I'll be evaluating it, monitoring your progress, and then sending you the customized feedback. So finally, once the review is done, it is polished, it is refined, and now you're free to have it. All right, I'll address the queries once this topic is done. So that's basically about expository essays. Now, finally, we are giving a topic to write on, that is explain why music is important for us and how can we find music in nature. So this is one such topic which requires you to brainstorm and write about it in the form of an expository essay. Now, let me address the queries that are there. So Vedant has asked, do we have to give credit to the source? Like in case if you are mentioning anything which is, let's say, from any particular website or an ebook, you can mention the source. The courtesy should be given. Otherwise, it will be ideally considered as plagiarism. So please don't resort to doing that. If you are citing something, please give the source. Now, I think someone else asked about the evidence part. Okay, supporting evidence. All right. So when we write an expository essay, towards the body, which forms the lengthiest part of it, we give the supporting evidence. So as I told you, an expository essay deals with some information. Therefore, when you impart such an information, it needs to contain some facts to substantiate the points you are making. Therefore, you need to put forth three evidences. So I told you it could be some facts, it could be some figures, or it could be anything that you think or you deem fit as an evidence. So those three evidences can be brought forth and written in the body. So those are called supporting evidences, where you would actually support your claim in your position that you have taken in the essay. Okay, so those are called as supporting evidences, and this comes in the body and it will explain the main idea of what you are trying to conclude. All right. So I think there was one more query. So that was related to the flexibility, where the topics are inflexible, like while addressing issues such as digital privacy or extremism. So the topic was okay, how you need to use a hook in delegate speech where the topics aren't that flexible, like while addressing issues such as digital privacy or extremism. In such ways, the best way to go for a hook is to bring out a quote related to social media and related to the digital scams and all those counterfeit things going on. There are n number of quotes, and there are especially quotes from such organizations which handles and monitors such things. So you can get such quotes from the internet. So once you Google it, or if you can even find it in many books these days. So you can get hold of a quote and then begin an essay. That would be the most ideal format. Another format would be to draw an instance from recent time. Let's say any activity or any fraud that was committed on a global scale, which was known to everyone, you can bring that forth, and that could be used as an ideal hook, wherein you're bringing that example to elucidate your essay. So the topic for today was why music is important for us and how can we find music in nature. Now that we have covered the topic, I want all of you to tell me what you will be writing in this particular topic, music in nature. Why it is important and how can we find music in nature. So how will you go about it? Can I know please in the chat section, children? So how would you write about music in nature? Could you tell me the different sources of music in nature? Where do you normally find music in nature? No answers. Birds, sounds of water. Yeah, birds chirping, right? Good. All right, one more query. Zoo should be banned. Can we start by a quote or directly write what we can find in the zoo? If you have a quote in handy, then you can. Otherwise, it's best to not to choose. If you don't have, then it's not a big deal. Forest, crickets chirping in the night. All right. A waterfall, wind, right? Rain, all right. Breeze, river, nightingale singing, all right. Flowing of river, waves. Okay, I think all of you are really interested in creative writing. So let me ask you some more questions. Okay, so this was the topic for today, but then in our syllabus we have something called story writing, basically a novella kind of a writing. So if you were to write a novella, you would definitely like locate your novel in some place. You would have some setting, right? So where would you set your novel? I'm just curious to find out. Please answer me, children. Birds chirping, water brushing, and rocks. If you were to write a short story, where would you set your short story in? Would it be a forest? Would it be a seaside? Where would you set it? Would it be a castle? In a meadow? Okay, horror, all right. We have one on that. Okay, we have the class on horror stories and suspense. Mountain, I would set the novel in a mountainside, all right. Forest, good. What about the others? Where would you set your novel or your short story in? A cold, gloomy place, so I can create the murderous aura. Great. In a hillside, forest, okay. An unknown island, end of the sea, all right. Another world, okay, that could be a utopian thing. What? Mars, all right. Quite creative. Time travel, great. Jupiter above the clouds, Switzerland, sound of water waves, good, good. So many ideas are teeming forth. An imaginary world or city, dream world, okay. All right. So actually, you will have to write a short story in one of the classes. Okay. So that's why I asked you this question. And then there would be characters and all of that. So if you were to write a short story, you just told me the setting. Now, who would you put forth as the character? A character could be a human being. It could be an inanimate person or anything. So what would be your character like? Or what will be the theme that you would like to write on? Strange world. Could you tell me on which topic would you like to write a short story on? Would it be fantasy? Would it be fiction? Would it be horror? What would be friends meeting ghosts and monsters? Okay, thriller, fantasy, horror, right? Young sage mythicalist and magic user. Profound. Horror suspense, chirping of birds, great. Thriller, magic and action, good. I see that all of you have really some ideas to bring forth. Live action, great. Friends stranded on an unknown place. Humor, fantasy, beauty of forest, mystery, mysterious adventure, murder mystery, forest games, martial arts, great. Dream lights, detective, all right. Mystery and adventure. Good, good. Dragon. All right, okay. Yeah. On different kinds of flowers. Magic. Okay. Good. Humor. Good. Action. Mystery. All right. The list is endless, right? The possibilities are also endless. So since it's creative writing, you can let your imagination run wild and let it think and let it bring forth what you would like to write. Mystery, treasure, great. All right. Okay. Comedy. All right. Good. Talking animals and toys, that would be amazing. Definitely, it would be. Parallel world. Great. All right, so all of that you can bring in our suspense and thrillers short stories class. So there would be a class on that, and you would be asked also to write something on that particular note. But for today, the topic was expository essays, and all of you brought forth your ideas related to music in nature. So do you have any further queries with the topic concerned that we took up for today on big creatures? Okay. It's good that you think about it. If you have any further queries in the topic that was explained to you right now, you can let me know. So in our classes, we would be having a mix of these topics, children. Okay, it wouldn't only cater to academics, it would also cater to creative writing. So there would be many genres to write on, and there would be many aspects of writing which you would be familiarized with in our course. Okay. Even blogging is part of our course, so that will really give you a good venture to blogging per se. What is applicable? Supernova sun, all right. No, the topic, I mean, the genre would be given and then you can bring it under which topic you would want to bring. Ancient time? Okay, you're still thinking, great. Any more ideas streaming to your mind? Planet getting destroyed on trees with people living on Mars. Okay, the particular format which I taught you today is only applicable to expository essays. You can also venture the same format for, let's say, descriptive essays, but for other essays like persuasive essays and all, the format is a tad bit different. So that's why please stick to this format only for an essay that is explanatory, which is expository, or a descriptive one. The formats of other essays are at much variance with this one. Okay, mythological places, technical world, lost on Jupiter, parallel world. Okay, so there are many ideas streaming in. A world filled with robots, with own driving cars and vehicles, right? Pyramid, omniversal. Okay, is it universal or omniversal flight? All right, fight. Artificial intelligence, spirit, dreams comes true always. And our class would be much interactive. You wouldn't need to type the answers there. You would be asked to speak on any topic that is given, and your observations and your analysis would also be asked. Candyland, Mirror World, Time Travel. Good, good, good. All right, children. So if you have any more queries with the topic concern, you can please ask. Land of wishes, every wish will come true. Yeah, I saw that. Kings, okay. Nine Kings, World of Diamonds, right? So all these ideas you can bring forth when we write the horror and suspense stories. Okay. So we would be dealing and picking up that. And there I'm expecting all of these, whatever you have typed, to materialize in the form of short stories by you. Zombie apocalypse, fine. Diamond rain, a town of monsters, magic rain, great. Living zombie. Okay. Any more queries in this particular topic, children? Aliens attack. Okay. If you have any more queries, please bring up. Stars on land. All right, that's fine. Okay. Astronomy, oxygen in space. Okay. The ideas I'm getting: plants growing too fast. Okay. Great. Living with magical creatures. Yeah, that's fine. So now we are done with that particular topic. Now coming back to our topic, any queries on this one, children? Anything that you would want me to explain further? Do you have any queries, by the way, in the topic which I taught you? No? I could see Tanvi nodding her head. All right. Okay, all right. No doubt. All right. Okay.
So children, how did you find the class? Type in the chat box. Let us know if you amazing. Okay. Thank you so much, Tanya Shivani. Atharv is saying good. Mandal is saying great. Vedant is saying interesting, great, fun, enjoyable. Avni and Anjana are saying thank you so much, everyone, for those encouraging words. Thank you so much. So I believe you learned something new in this class. Thank you, Gundu. Thank you, Ishan. Thank you a lot. Thanks a lot for taking out time. Thank you, parents. Hope to see you in the classes. Srimoyi is saying it was really an interesting and eye-opening first lesson. Yes. So trust me, all the sessions are going to be like this. So we'll get to know the technicalities. We'll get to know the technicalities related to the particular topics. You'll get 360-degree aspects of how to go about that particular topic, what not to do, what to do, and how to do. And then we'll get the practice also of how to do. We all will write together, we'll write individually. You'll get customized feedback on how to improve on whatever you have written so that your writing gets to the next level. Right? But then efforts have to be from both the sides. So see you in the classes. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking out time. Thank you. I'm ending the session now.
Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, children. Thank you, parents.
Thank you.